Hey Sigmas, GreenyGooner64 here. Despite this video's quality being the same as all my others, this is actually more of a serious video. I'm just gonna say it up front. Twabble Swabble progress has been minimal at best. We have a background, some sprites, and 3/5 of a cutscene. Not really a lot for the size of this mod, and definitely not a lot for the amount of time that it's been in development. This is largely due to the fact that I tremendously underestimated the amount of people required to work on this mod. I've got 3 artists and a coder. I also failed to account for the fact that a few devs would be quite inactive. Due to this, we have lost a charter and an artist. Our team is now teeny tiny and our mods get nothing done pretty much. As if that wasn't enough, I've proven myself to be a terrible, horrendous, atrocious, abominable, absolutely abysmal director, as you probably found out due to the previous issue I mentioned. So you may be asking, Greeny, how the hell are you gonna get yourself out of this one? That is a brilliant question. I have a good guess on how I'll go about this, and if it doesn't work, then kiss Greeny's eternal escapade goodbye, because I've got nothing after this. Over the past few days, I've locked in really hard and made a storyboard for the entirety of Twabble Swabble. I've also finished a large amount of the first draft of the instrumental for Twabble Swabble, and I've made a new dev server to start over with a clean slate. What am I going to do with all this then? I'm hiring devs for pretty much everything. Artists, coders, a charter or two, and maybe even a musician and a singer for the spooky secret song. Great. Now I've got a team. But I'm still like a terrible director. How do I fix this? I currently don't know. I'll try to improve and take feedback from the team. Feel free to leave tips in the comments if you have any. I have experience as a director in the past, but none of it's good. I worked on a 1-song demo for 3 years and it got cancelled. So, all of this seems like a pretty good idea, but the question still remains. Do I want to make Twabble Swabble? If you've been paying attention to my community posts, you know that I have a very complicated relationship with this mod. On one hand, this mod holds a very special place in my heart because it is the first project I've made to gain any kind of fans, which I'm grateful for. I also have insane goals for this mod that I think would make this mod really cool, such as the amount of things that happen in Twabble Swabble, the cool story I have planned. That being said, this mod was created with the goal of parodying Max Design Pro mods. When Twisted Toes released after Trifle Thumb, I already knew where things were headed. My suspicions were confirmed when I discovered a little mod called Tripplefinger. Is it pronounced Tripplefinger? I think it's pronounced Tripplefinger, that's the only thing that would really make sense. Anyway, Tripplefinger was a prime example of what the future of the MDP modding community would hold. Inspired by this, I decided to make Twabble Swabble. Greeny was an absolutely ridiculous looking character with freaking fire in his eye like Sans Undertale. The mod was going good, then I slowed down, and eventually all of the twiddlefinger parodies died off. I can't help but feel like continuing this mod would kind of miss the point. I suppose a parody dragging the trend far past its grave is still kind of funny, but it's not the same. Some of the mods also got so low quality that Greeny doesn't even stand out as being ridiculous anymore. From what I've seen, Greeny's design is actually now one of the more tamer ones. Like, I've seen some crazy ones. Anyway, I don't think Twabble Swabble deserves to live anymore in some ways, but I also think since I've gone this far, I might as well finish it. I'll try my hardest to make it as cool as possible to make up for the fact that it is genuine slop. If things don't go well for Greeny's Eternal Escapade 2.0, which is what I'm calling this operation, I'm just gonna cancel it, probably. So to recap, Twabble Swabble is being restarted for the final time. I'm gonna try my best to get it done within the next year, and I need a bunch of new devs to make that happen. If you want to work on the mod, DM me at GreenyGooner64 on Discord. I would also like to announce my Discord server. Link in description and pinned comment as with everything else if you would like to interact with me and see teasers in my own dedicated space instead of me encroaching on other people's property. Thank you all for being so patient. If the mod ends up cancelled, I will be finishing the soundtrack at least. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Stay green, keep doing it, and see ya.